Hey, it's Felicia and Jacob. Jacob is growing up so fast. He is 6 months and 3 days today. And I thought I would make an update on how Jacob is doing. So Jacob is about 67 centimeters tall at the moment, which puts him in the 75th percentile, which is quite taller than average babies. And Jacob weighs about 7.7 to 7.8 kilograms, which puts him in the 50th percentile, which is pretty much just average weight. And Jacob's eye color is a bit more greyish than bluish at the moment, but it's still got like a tinge of blue in it at the moment, so his eyes haven't turned like brown or anything like mine yet. Jacob is also on new formula. It's the same brand, still S26, except he's not in newborn anymore. He's in progress, which is from 6 months to 12 months. And Jacob is in almost size 0 in length, which is I think from between 9 to 12 months, and still wearing bodysuits that are size 000, which is 3 to 6 months and 0 to 3 months. So he's still fitting into pretty much everything, except just like the onesies, he's starting to fit into bigger sizes because he's getting so tall. He's still wearing 000 in shorts and t-shirts, pants, tops, like the 2 pieces. He usually does wear 000, which is I think 0 to 3 months, or also 3 to 6 months, but a lot of clothes that are labelled 3 to 6 months are usually a bit too loose for him. Like, he'll be wearing it and it'll just fall off him, and he knows how to take them off too. And he's also still in 4 to 8 kilo infant nappies. He's still not in 6 to 11 kilo nappies, which are crawlers. He's still not into them yet. I put it on him the other day to see if he would fit into it, because we've got like 4 boxes of him, and he just leaked out everywhere. So I'm guessing they're still too big for him. So it'll be probably a bit of time before he grows out of these ones, because they are still fitting him. It doesn't look like they're getting tight for him yet, so he probably will be in it for at least another few weeks. And also he's getting really big feet as well, so he's starting to wear size 12 months to 18 month socks, so he's no longer in 6 month socks or newborns or anything like that. So I also think that Jacob is teething because he's starting to chew everything. He's been drooling quite a bit from like 3 months, but now he's drooling quite a lot. He's also vomiting a bit, he's biting and chewing. He's got his teething biscuits and he takes like a whole chunk out of it. Like, he's able to bite through the biscuit. And as well as that, he's had a bit of temperature all week last week, and this week every couple of days he'll have a bit of a temperature. And he's also had a bit of diarrhea. He's been pooping like every 2 to 3 times a day instead of usually where he used to poop like once a day or once. So I took Jacob to the doctors on the 22nd, like 3 days before he turned 6 months, because he had a really bad heat rash. Well, I didn't really know what it was at the time, but it was really bad because it was all over his neck, his back, his stomach, his back of his hair and everything. It looked really bad and I was really worried. So I took him to the doctors and I found out it was heat rash, and they prescribed some cream to me and they told me to put it on twice a day and everything. And like a day or 2 later it was alright, and they didn't allow me to get his needles done that day because they said that he had a bit of a temperature, and if he didn't get better in 2 to 3 days, come back for a checkup, or if it got like worse or anything, just take him to the to the hospital. So I ended up taking him to the doctors on the 25th, the day he turned 6 months, and he was alright. His heat rash went all down and he was able to get his needles, and a day or 2 later on the 26th and the 27th, like over the weekend, he had a bit of a temperature as well from his needles because he always gets it. But he was really good when he got his needles. He only cried for like 2 seconds each time he got his needles in each of his legs, and besides that, he didn't really cry much. Like, he was a little unsettled and everything, like all babies are, like throughout the day. I gave him Panadol before he had got his needles, like an hour or so before, and then I gave him Panadol again after 4 hours. So he was alright. He did sleep quite a lot after his needles because I think he was drowsy from the Panadol, but like he was a lot better than the rest of his needles where he cried a lot throughout the day. So throughout the day, Jacob has about 2 naps. He has one about 10-11 depending on what time he wakes up, and it will be about 10 to 20 minutes. And then he'll have a second nap between 1 and 2 o'clock, usually for an hour to 2 hours depending on how long he had his last nap and what time he woke up and everything. So he usually sleeps in his cot during that time, and then he usually also has another nap later on at about like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock for about 10-20 minutes again. And then after that he'll probably go to sleep between 7 and 8 o'clock, and he'll end up sleeping for about 4 hours, wakes up about 1 o'clock, and he'll sleep in his cot while he's when he goes straight to sleep for about 3 to 4 hours, and then he'll wake up for a feed, and if he needs a nappy change I'll give him a nappy change as well. And then he usually I put him in the bed with me to sleep because it's a lot easier. He sleeps a lot longer with me than when he sleeps in the cot, because if I put him in the cot all night he'll wake up every 2 to 3 hours for a feed, and then he won't want to go back to sleep because he'll see me, and then he'll want to sleep with me in the bed. And because everyone at my house works as well, and they also have to get up early, I don't want them to be woken up throughout the night and have disturbed sleep or anything like that because Jacob is crying. So yeah, I usually end up putting him in the bed with me. It's a lot easier for me and him, and he sleeps for about 6 hours or so with me than in the cot. Jacob is also starting to roll around quite a lot. Like, he doesn't stay still anymore. And when you put him in his cot, like during the day, he'll start rolling from left to right, from the top of the cot to the other end of the cot. And sometimes it's so cute because I put him on the couch with me and he'll start hugging the pillow and just rolling from one end to the other, and he'll start laughing and everything. It's so cute to watch him do that. So Jacob has also been feeding himself since pretty much like 3-4 months, and now he's also learnt how to take out his bottle out of his mouth and then put it back in, like once the teat kind of collapses and stuff, so he'll get the air back in it and then he'll put it back in his mouth. But sometimes when he does it, he just starts playing around with it. Like, he'll put it in his mouth for 2 seconds, take it out, put it back in, and he knows how to find his mouth and everything to put it in, as well as his dummy, where before he used to end up eating the other end and everything, and now he actually knows how to put it in his mouth. He's also really attached to me. Like, when everyone holds him, he usually looks at me and he'll start putting out his arms, and then he'll start crying because he'll want me to take him, and then as soon as I take him he'll start laughing and smiling at whoever was holding him. And as well as that, like, sometimes like my mum will be holding him or Matthew will be holding him, and I'll just go, Jacob, it's mummy and everything, and then he'll straight away put his hands out and start smiling and want me to pick him up. Like, he'll come to me straight away, but when other people do it, he'll think about it, he'll put out his hands for a second, and then he'll quickly cuddle back up to me, as in he doesn't want anyone else to hold him besides me. So he's really starting to recognize me very well when other people are holding him, and he'll straight away come to me. And if I don't take him, he'll start crying because he wants me to hold him. Jacob also loves watching TV. His favorite shows are Arthur at the moment, and Everybody Loves Raymond. He also really loves the title of it, like when they do like the little theme thingy. Like, you can pick him up, you can turn him around so he's not facing the TV, and he'll full move his head around just to watch the TV. and it's so cute because like even if you go in his way or try to talk to him, he'll push you out of the way, or he'll try to look behind you just to watch the TV. And like even when he's crying or anything, you put that on and he'll straight away just stop just to watch. It's so cute to watch him though. He'll start smiling and laughing randomly while he's watching it, and there's nothing really funny, and he still loves to stand up a lot. He loves standing in his walker. He really loves the mirror, and now he's starting to kiss himself in the mirror. He'll start laughing pretty much at everything. Anyone can just make him laugh. He's such a happy baby, always smiling and everything, even though sometimes he's a bit unsettled, but usually he's a really, really happy baby. Well, I think that's about it for my update on Jacob, so thank you for watching. Bye!